Hello there, internet individuals. Welcome to episode 128 of Minecraft The Broken Journey. It's nice to see those that are here ready for the stream to begin. Don't spam. Don't spam. You may get timed out Vine Boom sound effect. Alright, we're back with our regularly scheduled Minecraft The Broken Journey. Last time, we made it to this far. That is not the right direction. Today we go, further this way. Sorry that I wasn't, available, Wednesday. The 50 sub special was, taking too long to finish. I finished it now, and it will be going up, next Wednesday, but I hadn't finished it by, last Wednesday. And, I had, difficulty sleeping around that time, and, it probably wouldn't have made a good stream, sleep-deprived me trying to stream. Sleep-deprived me is, kind of boring and silent. And probably even worse at games than I already am. Aside from that, how's everyone's week been? You was awake until 2 a.m.? I mean, fair enough, I do that on a daily basis. I, stay up very late because I'm British and I have several American friends. That's just how time zones happen upon us. Time zones are just a little bit rude, that's all. You know, I sometimes wonder how long it will be till I actually reach 10,000 subscribers. There's not really any definitive way to know other than when it actually happens, but, there's like so many factors. It's like, there's like a lot of factors that could speed up or slow down or not impact my subscriber growth at all. Like, I've been growing, really linearly for, like, a good couple years now, so, if he was to go just purely based on the linear growth, then, it's about 50 a day, roughly, on average, so, 50 subscribers per day for, 50,000 more subscribers would be about, well, like 1,000 days, which is approximately 2 and like 3/4 years. Okay, 3 years would be 365 times 3. Plus, I guess the leap day, since this year is a leap day year, but, let's see, 365 5, 30, 730, 31, 1095. So like, yeah, almost exactly 2 3/4 years. You're making lemon ice cream? Nice. Lemon flavored ice cream is an interesting choice, but nice. I remember when there used to be this milkshake place at my town. They had all sorts of different flavors of milkshakes. Okay, it wasn't just a milkshake place. I think they also sold things like burgers and hot dogs, I think. Or was that its replacement? I don't remember. This was like 3 years ago. It's shut down since then. But they even used to do like milkshakes with pieces of chocolate bars in it. I'm a boring person who likes vanilla ice cream the most. And milkshake. Hello there, stuff. Don't worry about the chaos going on in the game. It's normal. It's 100% average and standard and regular. How much wool do I have anyway? 59. It's not gonna be long until I have to finally, gosh darn, replace these shears. Shears on their last legs. Finally get to use some of my iron that I've not been able to throw away. Another one. That should be 63. I'm gonna have to do some destruction, but how much wool do they drop? It's random between 2 to 4. Hello there, remembered. I don't remember if I said this the last stream, but I've had the OST to Tomodachi Life and also its prequel Tomodachi Collection just stuck in my head. Actually, I probably did. I remember trying to hum one of the tracks from it, but victims. I mean, Floof. I didn't say victims. No. I'm just gonna put them to sleep with my bed. That's all. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. There you go. Rest well. I know I will with my wool. This is the forest. It's time to save ourselves by going underground. Hello there, Tuba Fishy Flex. That is a name that I've said out loud. Do I know the bread pirate? No I don't. I'm uncultured probably. It's gonna be night any second. Let me sleep. Nice to see other small YouTubers making really cool and unique content. Thanks. Technically this isn't completely unique. It's sort of like derived from something else, but it just has a twist added to it. Well, okay. Really, this is more of like an amalgamation of two different things I remember seeing. There was, there's obviously been, like, people that have been trying to... Hello there, creeper. That's just out in the open for some reason. And a juice spawn in it. What was I saying? There's obviously, people that have been trying to travel to the Farlands. Heck, even before I made this series, there had already been several people that had made it to the Farlands. There was one guy that did it, another guy that did it, another person that did it to the modern world border, a person who did that but on hardcore mode, and a person who did that with an AI player mod. Did you miss when I decided to stop calling people internet individuals? Yeah, that was my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution was to start referring to people by name. You were thinking more about my animated videos, especially the Mario Castle Calamity. Well, that one definitely isn't unique because it's based on like videos that have been made for like 15 years by now. In fact, yeah, the original Mario's Castle Calamity was released January 2nd, 2009. So, yeah, it has been 15 years. Kurt J. Mack and Ant Venom, you believe this is derived from? Yeah, pretty much. I have a better PC than you? I mean, probably. I did spend like £2,500 on this. I don't actually know the actual cost because, it wasn't me that bought it and my parents won't tell me, but the GPU alone is $1,000, so like, no, not $1,000, £1,000, it's $1,200. And the craziest thing is that it doesn't even have the highest possible specs. Like, okay, the specs of my PC is a Ryzen 7900X CPU, Nvidia RTX 4080, a 32 gigabytes of RAM with 5,000 with a 5,000, was it megabit or kilobit? 5,000 megabit transfer speed, and 3 terabytes of storage between 2 drives. And like all of them already sort of like have upgrades. Like there's the 7950X for the CPU, which has like four more cores in it. There's the 4090, which is ludicrously expensive. There's the I could obviously get like higher capacity and faster RAM. Obviously, like theoretically, I could get 64 gigabytes of RAM with transfer speeds of like 6800, and probably with a much. I'm gonna end up nerding out and talking about stuff I'm sure half of you, or maybe even most of you, don't even know about, but what do I think of pretzels? They're usually really salted, and I'm not really much of salted bread products. Pretzels are essentially like really small bread bites in just that sort of shape. Yeah, they're usually too salty for me. There probably exist sweet pretzels, but I've not found them. You have an RTX 3050. I mean, having a dedicated GPU at all is honestly not bad. Like, sure, the 3050 is a pretty low end card, but it's better than integrated graphics, and a lot of people are stuck with integrated graphics. There's also a lot of dust in your PC, which probably doesn't help. Yeah, if there's a lot of dust in your PC, it gets too hot, and it has to lower its speeds in order not to overheat. It's called thermal throttling. You like how sometimes the world looks like the Stripe Lands? Yeah, that happens. Technically, the Stripe Lands and this glitch is caused by somewhat of the same thing, but not really. It's like they're both caused by float point precision errors, but while one of them is sort of like caused by like the hitboxes of blocks, this one is just like the way the blocks are rendered. The hitboxes are completely fine. Like you can see that the actual hitbox of the sand block I'm looking at doesn't distort at all, but everything else does. You tried overclocking the GPU and it doesn't help. Well, I mean, of course it won't help if the problem is it overheating, because if you try to overclock a GPU that's already overheating, overclocking makes it hot. Overclocking it would just make it hotter, which means it would just still thermal throttle. Like, overclocking a GPU does not help it when it's overheating. You have to like clean out the GPU. I'm gonna have to sleep in the forest again, aren't I? You have a Ryzen 5500, an RTX 3050, a 1 terabyte drive and a 500 gigabyte drive, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Not too bad. It's better than the last laptop I had, so. There, gravel. Yeah. It's definitely better than my first laptop. Absolutely. And like, I don't remember the specs of my second laptop, but they probably weren't as good as that because that laptop is like 5 years old now. It's like okay, maybe not 5 years old, but it was. I got the laptop around the same time I started editing my videos in Sony Vegas, so yeah, it was about 4 years ago at this point. I think I got it on my birthday for 2020. Boating adventure, boating adventure. You only get lag when you enable reshade. Well, I mean, I assume that's just because reshade makes the GPU have to do more work. So yeah. I assume by lag you mean frame drops anyway. Or like your frame rate lowering. Sneezes. It's not an LDS stream if I don't sneeze in the middle of it. I swear I literally only sneeze during these streams. Like, I always joke about how I'm like allergic to streaming or something, but like I actually wonder if like my body is just sort of like on an automatic timer to sneeze at exactly the same time every week. And like the thing is that I didn't sneeze at all on the Wednesday where I didn't stream, so like spooky coincidences. What is the most important part of a gaming PC or laptop? Probably the GPU, really. I'm allergic to Sunday. I mean, it's not just the Sunday streams where I sneeze. I often end up sneezing during the Wednesday streams as well. But yeah, for gaming PCs / laptops specifically, I would definitely say that the GPU is the most important part. Most games short of like really old or graphically unintensive games are usually very much bottlenecked by the GPU, which is also why GPUs are usually stupid expensive. But yeah. But then also like you have a HP laptop with an i3, a fairly old i3, 500GB storage, 8GB RAM, and no GPU. I assume by no GPU you mean integrated graphics, because if your computer just straight up doesn't have a GPU, you can't get a display out. But all computers have a GPU. It's just sometimes they're basically like in tandem with the CPU. Okay, yeah, it comes with Intel graphics, yeah. Another thing about like what you should really consider getting with your PC is like, it's really obviously it's dependent on what you do with it, but when you even if you do specify it's like specifically for like just gaming and nothing else, like say in my case, my computer is arguably overkill for just gaming because it has a 12-core CPU and a 4080 when I only have 1080p monitors. But like the thing is that most games only really run on like 8 cores at the very most, and those are usually like really recent AAA games. Like I play games like TF2, which only use a single core. And I also play games like Rain World, which like that game is not graphically intensive at all. If you have an Intel Atom, Intel Atoms are the worst CPUs. Well, I mean, Intel Atom CPUs are designed for like really tiny electronics. it's sort of in the name. Intel Atom. It's meant to be like for the really small. They're really sort of like mostly meant for like things like washing machines, or like maybe smart fridges. Things that really don't have to do a lot of work. I mean, yeah, some people do put them in, like, some of the cheapest laptops and netbooks, but those things can barely even run 1080p video. Now, to be fair, Minecraft is a pretty old and very much graphically undemanding game, so you won't have to worry about the GPU. But like the thing about Minecraft is that it's usually more CPU bottleneck because of it. So and even while Java Minecraft usually especially really old versions like this one, only really run on one core, because this was back in the day where it was very rare to get CPUs with 4 cores, let alone as many cores as you can get today. Like you can just like, okay, sure, I say you can just buy a 16-core CPU, but it's like $600, but yeah. You could like maybe get 20 frames per second, maybe, if you like turn the graphics all the way down, but that's really the best you can hope for. Come on. You know, a lot of the time I usually just keep the YouTube live stream thing on top chat, mostly because that's what it's set to default and I don't think about changing it, but also because it filters out bad words. And I mean, as much as I don't really care about swear words being on my channel, there is like people who are too young to be probably watching, and it's probably not good for them if they see bad words. I might get complaints. But at the same time, I feel like if I switched it to live chat, I'd probably see like probably bots, but I feel like I miss a lot when I have the gosh darn when I don't have it set to live chat. Let me look at the live chat for once. Okay, when I say bad words, I mean like actual profanity. Frick isn't gonna get censored because it's not profane. Like, sure, some people use it as sort of a form of self-censoring, but that's the point. It's self-censoring. And while I did say people that are probably too young to be watching are watching, again, YouTube was only designed for people above the age of 13 to be watching, so, things like that probably doesn't really matter in the eyes of, not only YouTube, but whatever child protection thing, COPPA, FCC, whatever it's called. Stay hydrated. You have to be 13 or over to use YouTube. I don't make the rules, YouTube does. What just happened? Basically, they're underaged. They are too young to, be allowed on YouTube according to the TOS, and I sort of have to do what I can to give them the memo. Like, okay, I'm probably gonna forget, but... I mean, I guess I should have expected it. Oh, that is a cactus. Hello, cactus. You're 13 and a half. That's old enough for the YouTube. You have to be 13 at least in order to use YouTube according to the TOS. So, you're fine. Let me out. Let me go. Okay, that username concerns me. No offense if you're actually a person, but you kind of just have to be suspicious to someone with the username botlikes123. That is just an immediate yellow flag. You sound familiar? No you don't. I do not recognize you. Oh, you're the other guy. You're too young to use YouTube. Because the TOS says you have to be 13, and you're under 13. That is that is actually probably illegal. Like, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You can't be here. Did I hear the tragic news that my story animated passed the odd one out? I have no idea who the first person is, and I'm going to assume that it's just some content farm based on fake animated story videos or something. Hello there, Roblox. Didn't call you that? Okay. There is too many trees over here. It's time to go underground. We must retreat to the underground bunker. I can keep timing out each new account you make. That's not gonna change the fact that you're not old enough to use YouTube legally. Hello there, Okay, I'm not gonna bother saying that username in full because that's just a gosh darn keyboard mash username. There was someone in chat earlier who revealed themselves to be under the legal TOS age of YouTube, and I had to ban him. And then he came back with 2 old accounts, and I had to ban those. It's done and over now, hopefully. So let's just move past that. I hit them, yeah. Oh look, I'm out of boats already. Hello there, Milias. I'm still never gonna figure out how you pronounce your name correctly, but... No, that's definitely a different person. That is, an interesting structure you got there, Minecraft Beta Terrain Generation. Singular floating block. You are 14, good enough. You're not gonna be able to trust anyone who arrives. I mean, I get that, but like, I believe they've stopped trying now. There's no problem with with most people watching in silence. Oh my god. You're lucky you're in the way of the boating adventure. Or maybe... Yoink. Haha. You can't escape the Floof tax. You must pay your Floof tax. That reminds me of like, so I'm in this Discord server with a bunch of Rainbow people, and I remember a lot of people would like draw like a lot of like angst, because you know because like there's like a lot of angst material you could make with some of the characters, but I remember when people would start joking about fluff tax, where whenever you drew angst, you had to draw something cute in order to offset it, and the amount you had to offset it by was called your fluff tax. Hello there, Birth Bag from hit webtoon BFB by Jack and Jellyfy. Must reach the land before need to sleep. Let me sleep. You don't blame me for that band? Let's just pretend that person doesn't exist, because that was ridiculous. Alright. Boat in hand. Growing up is realizing poop jokes aren't funny. Thanks for the subscribe. You're gonna be gone for a moment? Fair enough. You fool! I know you're not my mother because my real mother watches these streams. And I know her username, and it is not Ultramom. Your plans have failed. You cannot gaslight me. Besides, it's only like 4 PM. You almost never have dinner that early. Also, even if it was dinner time somehow, she'd probably just wait until I finish streaming, or at the very least just silently come into my room and put down my dinner plate. Who is Ultramom? Never met them before, just someone pretending to be my mother, apparently. You created your account 1 year ago? Fair enough. I created my account almost 5 years ago now. This year is gonna be the 5th anniversary of this channel. like in the middle of June, roughly, I believe it was. I don't remember the exact date. I don't generally remember dates of anniversaries and stuff like that. I wonder how many people put music on while they watch this stream. Thanks for the subscribe. Ugh, sticks. Get out of my inventory. My stream's been going for an hour now. Yep. These hours are usually about 2 hours long. I think now is a good time to sleep. Night approaches. Let me sleep. Let me sleep like royalty. Honk me 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 me. Alright, it's time for the next boating adventure. Boating adventure. Hold on, let's take a detour. Perhaps we can evade the land. Maybe. I hope. Why does YouTube keep making the video go to 144p? I don't know. It could be because of your connection. It could be because of what's it it could just be because of the whole I don't know. I don't know how YouTube's auto resolution dynamically changes the resolution. It's dumb. Foolish. Do you have to speak English only? I mean, I don't disallow speaking a different language, but like, I'm not gonna understand it because I am very much monolingual and do not know a second language. If you full screen during a live stream on mobile, the chat covers the video. Yeah, that happens. I believe you're able to disable that, I think. It also disappears if you just don't interact with it for long enough. Okay, fair enough. Oh my god, that is a lot of shape. What on earth? Okay, so much for not trying to waste the boat. Thanks, game. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. 62. 62 is the worst number. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Never ending nap time. Never ending nap time for all. Or also if no one says anything for long enough. I mean, fair enough. Most chat overlays most chat overlays on like full screened configurations usually just have the chat only appear for a certain amount of time rather than all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, the way I do it is pretty rudimentary. I literally just screen capture the tab that has the chat in it, but not that there's anything wrong or unprofessional of doing it that way, but like, 10,000 blocks remaining. I technically missed the exact moment, but it's been less than 100 blocks, so I don't care. Get out of the way, trees. Out my way. Quit blocking my view. feel like just quoting something really random. Please donate to the No More Advertisements Foundation to prevent ads like these from appearing in TV shows. We think that ads are boring, frustrating, disgusting, and irritating. Don't you too? If you donate $1, you'll get a bumper sticker. Donate $5 and you'll receive our weekly subscription magazine with loads of information on our latest products. Donate $100 and your name will be put in our upcoming movie, The Fight Against Commercials. More information on aisle 2. It's time to stop advertisements. Hello there, Alan Lee. Is Minecraft is glitching. It's fine, don't worry about it. This is normal gameplay, nothing serious is going wrong. I'm playing Minecraft on beta 1.7.3 with the Optifine mod, and really old versions of the Optifine mod had this this glitch that caused the rendering to break, as you can see. Rendering no worky. It's close to nighttime, but meh. This one's pushing it though. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure I can find a place to like stop or something. Hello there, Arabic username that I do not know how to pronounce. I see you know exactly where I see you know exactly what I was quoting. I mean I guess the thing I was quoting isn't that obscure. Like, it's definitely a random moment, but like a lot of people have seen it. You know what? No, I'm gonna sleep here. It's better if I sleep here. You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. Alright, back to the Boating Express. Boating adventure, all aboard the Boating Express. Imagine a British dub of My Little Pony, just with the most just every time they say pony, they specifically say it in the way of pony. just just hearing it being said like pony, 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 ponies, pony, pony. Just the thought of that is really funny to me for some reason. bottle of water. Like, I don't say pony, like, pony. 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 I've gaslit myself into saying it the wrong way. Or the right way. Or the whatever. I don't know. My brain is malfunctioning. But, like, I do actually just say... But I do actually, like, frequently apostrophize the T in a lot of words. Like, water, 30. British. I wonder why apostrophize, what's the word? Apostrophize, I don't think that's a word. Putting an apostrophe over the T. Why is that like, if not a common thing, a stereotype of British people? Have I ever watched Zootopia? I don't actually remember. Part of me thinks I have watched it, but if it was so long ago that I barely remember anything about it. But also, I'm not sure if I watched it, but I don't remember. I don't watch movies that often. Like, yeah, right, a furry not watching one of the most furry movies of all time. But just, I didn't watch it. Or did I watch it? I don't know. I'm not much of a film buff. I'm a furry. Yes, I've said this. I've said this like dozens of times sporadically throughout different streams. Not to mention the time where I drew my persona like 20 times during December, like a couple years ago. How many Robux do I have? 0. I've never bought any. Mostly because A, I generally don't find anything interesting enough to spend Robux on. And second of all, because I'm the kind of stupid person that plays all those incremental games, and I'd probably end up wasting my money on something really stupid. You have 3 Robux. I mean, you're still richer than me. You're gonna leave Roblox when they remove ads. What? Hello there, Daniel. As in the ads for games on Roblox. Why would that make you leave Roblox? The only thing I can think of is that chances are if the ads go away, they're gonna move to like some sort of you need to pay to play the game, pay to play model. But I don't see that happening since it hasn't happened in like 20 years. Man, I just realized Roblox is, like, more than 20 years old now. Because it will be harder to find good games. I mean... nothing's stopping you from finding games on your own. Oh, that is just a single block of sand in the way that I did not notice. Thanks, game. Thanks for wasting my resources, sand. Do I have a Tesla? No. I'm, not exactly rich. I only make, like, a modest amount of money off YouTube, really. Like, still a few hundred pounds per month, but that's, like, only just about enough to live off of. How many blocks are remaining? I don't normally do this until, like 5,000, but since you asked so nicely, I will bring out the epic announcer voice to say that there are 7,000 blocks remaining. Oh yeah, I never even answered the question. A 2008 Honda Civic. 2008 Honda Civic. Which, by the way, was also bought secondhand. I believe all the cars my parents have owned are secondhand. How many blocks have I gone? You're able to... I keep the coordinates up at all times. If you look at the X coordinate, that's about how many blocks I've gone. So far we've gone 2,668,200 blocks. And counting. Give me it. That is not enough. Your brother must perish for your actions. It is your fault entirely and definitely not mine. Looks like I'm sleeping in the forest again. It's time to dig. If you're wondering why I always dig and sleep underground when it becomes nighttime in a forested area, it's because the rules for sleeping around hostile mobs is stupid in this game, in this version of the game.
Ooh.
It's a combination of the fact that the rule still applies even if the mob only spawned during the animation of you falling asleep, and also the fact that if you sleep in the vicinity of the mob, instead of like in modern versions where it just says you can't sleep because there's mobs around you, it instead just spawns the mob right on your face. I'm not even kidding. Like, like, it's happened multiple times before. If you look around, if you dig around the episodes enough, you'll probably find a moment where it happens. Have I ever ride British Airways? To be fair, I don't exactly keep track of exactly which airline company we usually select to fly on, but I don't think so. The ones I remember is Ryanair, I think EasyJet, and I think something else, but I don't remember the name of it. Ryanair is the hardest landing. I mean, meh, I don't really notice it. I mean, I don't remember doing so anyway. I haven't ridden on the airplane since the pandemic happened. So like, the last time I flew was like the summer of 2019, which is nearly 5 years ago now. Before then, we would usually visit our grandparents in Spain, which from I've heard, Spain is apparently the most common place British people take vacations on. So funny how that's the only other country I've gone to besides England, including other countries in the United Kingdom. By the way, I literally have a Scottish name and I've never been to Scotland. I've actually been on a plane more times than I've been on a train. I've legitimately been on a train like 3 times, and that's including one trip on the London subway and including one train ride from my hometown to London. And that's also including if you count both the trip there and the trip back separately. I remember that exact day pretty well too, actually. Basically there was this sort of like fair happening in like one area of London, and me, my parents, my godparents, and their daughter, we all go together, and yeah, we just go to the fair. It was mostly just regular like fair type rides, and like carnival games and stuff like that. I remember it was the first time I tried a churro. But like pretty much the thing I remember most is like around the end of it. By roughly the end of it, it had started raining pretty heavily, and so we were all like dashing back. And since the rain pretty much prompted most people to leave, there was a massive line waiting to get back into the subway, and it took like legitimately half an hour for the line to get through, and when we got there, one of the gates was shut, so we had to wait even longer for like the gates to open up. And while we were waiting, we were like being silly. And at one point at one point, was it, one of us, like, just yells because we were, like, trying to pinch their ear or something, and one of the attendants just immediately starts yelling at us to get out, and we literally, like, had to convince them that, like, they were mentally disabled or something to let us to just stay. And yeah, then we go back home, and also I ended up getting a cold afterwards, which was fun. But yeah, that day was genuinely the only day I've ever been on a train. That I remember anyway. For all I know, I might have been on a train when I was like 1.5 years old and just obviously don't remember it, but... And, thanks for the subscribe. I've actually never been on a ferry at all. Like, genuinely, if you want to stretch it as far as you can, the only times I've been on any sort of boat was the time we were at Spain, at one of the beaches, and we went on one of these paddle boats with a slide on top of it. And the other time when we went to visit my godparents at this like lakeside vacation area, and they brought a kayak with them. Genuinely, the only times I've been on a boat is a paddle boat and a kayak, which, do those even count? Do they count? I don't know if they count. I've been talking about stories for so long that I missed 5,000 blocks remaining. Why do I always do this?
Ooh!
Ugh, floating sand. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Destroy it. I know it's literally about to turn nighttime and there's a forest in front of me, but like, it's probably, the beach is probably too close to the forest anyway, so like, whoop-de-doo. Oh, there's a place very far. Oh my god, singular floating block. I love that. You love to see it, singular floating block. I think it's being obscured by the tree now, but oh well. Let me sleep. You can't halt me from going bed. All right. The boating adventure returns. 4,000 blocks remaining. Hello there, Zoe. No Farlands yet? Nope, not for a long time still. We're only 2,671,000 blocks. We still need to go like 9,800 something thousand, like really far away still. There's a reason it's been taking Kurt J. Mack over a decade to make it here. How far is Kurt anyway? Unlike most people, he doesn't always keep his F3 menu open. In fact, it's actually really rare they have the F3 menu open actually. I still await the day I actually managed to obtain the rocket jumper in TF2, so I can stop using the Liberty launcher when I'm trying to do market gardening. It also means I could probably switch off from using the gunboats. 'Honestly, I think the rocket jumper is one of my most anticipated unlocks. And like, sure, I could probably just buy it off like marketplace.tf or something for like 5 pence, but 3,000 blocks remaining. Ugh. That ice just appeared in front of me. You jerks. Why must you bully my boats all insert time frame Minecraft users? Lava. Spooky. I wanted to... There we go. Extinguish the flames. Bonk. Got him. Oh, I'm out of boats again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm beefing. Give me it. Let's go. Mush, 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 I say. Whee! The next bedtime is approaching at a rapid rate of speed. Let's sleep here, why don't we? This is an appropriate place to snooze. Sleep overtakes me until the next day. Woke up very early, just in time for 2,000 blocks remaining. Can you get a shout out? No. Hey everyone, William 1001 is not allowed a shout out. The joke is that I'm shouting them out while pretending not to shout them out. Have a nice day, you too. Oh, hello there, forest fire. Mr. Beast is currently in shambles right now. What happened? There was a forest fire in-game, and I was making a joke based around his, Team Trees thing for, like, 4 years ago now. Because the trees were burning down in-game. Out my way, trees. Don't I need more wool? Yes, I do. Give me that. I know you gave me 4, which is 62, which is the worst number. Now I must commit mass amounts of violence. There we go, 64. Ooh, it's right in the world again. 1,000 blocks remaining. Yeah, flowing sand, destroy it. But we must make haste because we're catching up to nighttime very quickly. Oh, what is that, floating island? Minecraft beta terrain generation at its finest. $700 blocks remaining? Correct. Alright. Keep going. $500 blocks remaining. More water. Noom. $400. What am I doing after this? Whatever I usually do on a daily basis. Maybe play some video games. Probably watch anime with the group that always makes me watch anime. That's about it. I don't really have any videos I can edit recently, so though that's mostly because I have an animation in mind, but I'm mostly waiting for the voice acting to come through for it, because I'm not voice acting it. 200 blocks remaining. $100. I think we're gonna make it before nightfall, guys. 30. 40. I'm counting up for some reason. 50. Actually 40 remaining. 30. 20. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2,675,000. Perfect. Okay, let's go underground to sleep just in case. This concludes episode 128, aka 2 to the 7. The 128th episode of Minecraft The Broken Journey. I hope everyone here has enjoyed this episode, and until next week... No, don't put it there. And until next week, I hope you enjoy and bye, have fun, ciao, love you, something. I can't commentate, bye, I must run, my people need me.